Getaway 38. Unedited. I am nervous as hell. The idea of seeing a shrink is not sitting well with me. Rashid is saying it's a good idea and just maybe I might be able to remember certain things about my past, but truth be told I don't know if I am ready to know what brought me into such a dark place. Rashid walks into the room and notices that I don't look myself. He has been trying to be nice since yesterday and honestly I appreciate his efforts, though it's not a must that he must behave like that. You don't look too well, he says, handing me a cup of coffee. I don't feel too well, I respond, sighing deeply. I take a sip from the cup as he settles directly opposite me. A healthy issue, or maybe you are nervous about seeing the therapist? I think I am freaking out about seeing the therapist. Something you want to talk about? What if I deserve it? What if everything that is happening to me is as a result of my past actions? He looks at me intently as I speak. Just what if I am not ready to learn the truth about my past? Rashid, I am dying to know where I am come from, who I am and everything I am made up of, but just what if that past is something that will ruin every little hope of light that might come my way? I understand your fears, and if I were in your shoes I would have them too, but have you thought of the possibility that just maybe you are a victim in all this? That you don't deserve to go through whatever you went through? He pauses for effect. Have you thought of the possibility that maybe you have a family that is desperately looking for you and they can't wait to see you? A husband maybe, lover, sister, mother, just anyone out there. I swallow hard. I don't know, Rashid. Stop beating your head over all the negatives and allow yourself to think of the bright side. Austin is twisted in the head. He is very manipulative, and the only way his business has flourished is by picking on weak girls and throwing them in the hands of filthy, thirsty old men. I make a face. What? That is where you picked me from, remember? He laughs. He wants to say something when we hear a car drive in. That must be her, he says. We both stand up and walk to the door. A man comes out first and walks over to the passenger seat to open the door for the lady. She smiles at him and they whisper something to each other before bursting into laughter. Get a room, Rashid says, walking towards them. I smile, following his lead. The two look beautiful together. I know they say never to judge book by its cover, but how can I not? These two look so good together, you can almost tell from their smiles and body language that they are in love, and there is no storm they cannot withstand. A room is too small for us, we need an entire building. The man responds, causing all of us to laugh. It's good to see you, Rashid says as the two men greet. You too, man. How? I am Wangu and this is my husband Joshua. Nancy is what they call me, I say to her. Nice to meet you, Nancy. You too. I wish I could stay with you guys, but I need to run along. The man says. I hope we get to catch up sometime, Rashid says to him. Babe, have an amazing day, Joshua says to Wangu. He then proceeds to say bye to me and pulls Rashid to the side. If we wait for them to finish talking, trust me, they will never finish. I laugh. I lead us into the house and show her around. Rashid should just settle here, honestly this place is good for him. I smile wordlessly. I don't know about the other places he has lived in, so it wouldn't make sense for me to say anything. You and Rashid are friends? Not really friends, we happen to work together most of the time, and so when my husband and I need help we reach out, and when he needs help he reaches out. Like in this case, right? I ask, sighing deeply. Don't look at yourself as a project, Nancy. Amnesia is not a disease to be ashamed of. What your memory could be doing is blocking out the pain you have experienced or the truth you desperately need to move forward, but we cannot do this unless of course you really want us to do it. I let her words sink in for a moment. I am scared. And it's normal. I stand up and pace around the room. I was raped by my husband's father. I turn to look at her. Excuse me. You heard right, my father-in-law forced himself on me and I ended up pregnant, but the baby didn't survive. I feel something in my stomach turn. Oh my God, that is sad. I didn't tell you that because I want you to feel sorry for me. I told you because I want to assure you that there is nothing too big that can stop you from moving forward. Each one of us has gone through hell, but the better part of us that have walked out of it had to decide to do so. We came out burnt, bruised, hurt, disappointed, broken, but we didn't stay down. We grew, we limped, we pushed forward, and here we are today. Your past might be something that will hurt you further, but it will liberate you and you can decide to move on. So are you ready to face your demons? I shift in my sit uncomfortably. Quenches girl Winnie woman Boeing medium dark skin tone.